No, I am not Lex Luthor. Just the bad wolf, or the werewolf, or the man in black. Well, yeah, there's just a little black in there. All right. Now, as always, I am your most gracious host, James C. Lovett, the government legal entity. Dun dun dun. Or the bad wolf, whatever does your pleasure. Or her pleasure. All right, guys, what's this particular video about? Well, it is about how to recuse a judge. Now, what does that really mean? What does it all mean, Basil? Well, it means that you are trying to inform them that you feel that the judge is biased and you want him removed from your court case. Now, we go into detail about some other things in the seminars. So go to blacksite32.com, check out all the goodies and wonderful things there, including a lot of the gem drop discounts, offers, services, products, some free, some for pay. By the way, there's lots of other services you guys can find there to help you on your merry way. So why would you want to recuse a judge? Now, obviously, this information is educational entertainment purposes only and from your favorite non-belligerent non-combatant. And if you guys see anybody using any of my materials or likenesses in any kind of negative way, shape, or form or fashion, please report them in advance. Thank you in advance for that advance. All right, but why would you want to get rid of them? Well, did you know that, for instance, if you know him personally, say he's your neighbor or something, you can have him recused. Why? Because you know him personally and you're like, yeah, I know he's not going to be fair to me. I slept with his daughter or his wife or both or whatever. And you just know that you're not going to get a fair trial from him. He's going to be very conflicted about how he judges with you. So, and judges and deals with you rather. So you don't want to use this information for just trying to get a judge off the case. Why? Because they're just going to replace him with somebody else. Now, if you've heard about a particular judge being really hard on people or doesn't like people, who are of color or orientation or age, any of those things, okay, if you can back up that claim, you can get the judge recused. However, keep in mind that once again, you get that one removed, you might get another one, might be somebody worse. I have heard of such instances, though are rare, where people have recused every judge within one state. Okay, and then they decide to do some shady stuff by bringing in a judge from another state who's not duly sworn in, and that's a problem. But we'll leave that alone for now. So if you do get the one removed, you are going to get another one. All right. They're not going to just go away. So this is not for that. This is just a tool that can be used depending on your scenario. So with that being said, let's get going. Don't forget to do the bell thingy, likey thingy, and subscribe thingy. All right. So under 28 U.S.C. 455, disqualification of judge, justice, or magistrate. Okay. So, work with me here. All right.
Notes. Previous, next. A. Any justice, judge, or magistrate judge of the United States shall disqualify himself in any proceeding in which his impartiality might reasonably be questioned. B. He shall also disqualify himself in the following circumstances. 1. Where he has a personal bias or prejudice concerning a party, or personal knowledge of disputed evidentiary facts concerning the proceeding. 2. Where in private practice he served as lawyer in the matter in controversy, or a lawyer with whom he previously practiced law served during such association as a lawyer concerning the matter, or the judge or such lawyer has been a material witness concerning it. 3. Where he has served in governmental employment and in such capacity participated as counsel, advisor, or material witness concerning the proceeding or expressed an opinion concerning the merits of the particular case in controversy. 4. He knows that he, individually or as a fiduciary, or his spouse or minor child residing in his household, has a financial interest in the subject matter in controversy or in a party to the proceeding, or any other interest that could be substantially affected by the outcome of the proceeding. 5.
So in other words, him, his wife, and his child are all subject to this. Okay? So if there is a financial interest that they can make off of you, and like I said, we go into more details in the seminar, so be looking for those. Once again, check out the seminars page on blacksite32.com. When we do those, we'll go into deeper information on this. But if they can make a financial gain on you anywhere associated with the case, any cross-reference points between his wife or partner, children, immediate family like that, then you can use that against him or her.
5. He or his spouse, or a person within the third degree of relationship to either of them, or the spouse of such a person. I. Is a party to the proceeding, or an officer, director, or trustee of a party. 2. Is acting as a lawyer in the proceeding. 3. Is known by the judge to have an interest that could be substantially affected by the outcome of the proceeding. 4. Is to the judge's knowledge likely to be a material witness in the proceeding. C. A judge should inform himself about his personal and fiduciary financial interests, and make a reasonable effort to inform himself about the personal financial interests of his spouse and minor children residing in his household. D. For the purposes of this section, the following words or phrases shall have the meaning indicated. 1. Proceeding includes pre-trial, trial, appellate review, or other stages of litigation. 2. The degree of relationship is calculated according to the civil law system. 3. Fiduciary includes such relationships as executor, administrator, trustee, and guardian. 4. Financial interest means ownership of a legal or equitable interest, however small, or a relationship as director, advisor, or other active participant in the affairs of a party, except that I. Ownership in a mutual or common investment fund that holds securities is not a financial interest in such securities unless the judge participates in the management of the fund. 2. An office in an educational, religious, charitable, fraternal, or civic organization is not a financial interest in securities held by the organization. 3. The proprietary interest of a policyholder in a mutual insurance company, of a depositor in a mutual savings association, or a similar proprietary interest, is a financial interest in the organization only if the outcome of the proceeding could substantially affect the value of the interest. 4. Ownership of government securities is a financial interest in the issuer only if the outcome of the proceeding could substantially affect the value of the securities. E. No justice, judge, or magistrate judge shall accept from the parties to the proceeding a waiver of any ground for disqualification enumerated in subsection B. Where the ground for disqualification arises only under subsection A, waiver may be accepted provided it is preceded by a full disclosure on the record of the basis for disqualification. F. Notwithstanding the preceding provisions of this section, if any justice, judge, magistrate judge, or bankruptcy judge to whom a matter has been assigned would be disqualified, after substantial judicial time has been devoted to the matter, because of the appearance or discovery, after the matter was assigned to him or her, that he or she individually or as a fiduciary, or his or her spouse or minor child residing in his or her household, has a financial interest in a party, other than an interest that could be substantially affected by the outcome. Disqualification is not required if the justice, judge, magistrate judge, bankruptcy judge, spouse or minor child, as the case may be, divests himself or herself of the interest that provides the grounds for the disqualification.
All right. So now moving forward. So all parties are entitled to a fair trial, which requires the judge overseeing the trial be completely impartial. Okay, this goes all the way up through your due process, evidence, all of that. Hearing and the burden of proof is on them. So one of the examples here is one of the parties has a pending lawsuit against the judge. Okay, they can't do it. Where a lawyer's complaint against the judge has led to a formal investigation of the judge, but not to bear a complaint. Okay, close business or family relationship. These are all other additional reasons to do that. Any order for recusal should be directed to the individual prosecutor who has been exposed to such disqualifying information, not the district attorney's office as a whole. So what you'll usually find is that a copy of your request should go out to all parties. Okay. A motion to disqualify judge must be in writing, accompanied by a factual affidavit filed no less than 5 days before your trial. Something that old Trumpster could probably use. Motion for judge to recuse himself has been denied. Okay, so he couldn't get it done. Okay, so this also applies to a judge in the federal court. Okay, so this particular segment it's from Parente Law. It's a little older, but not bad, still relevant. If they have a financial interest in and as a result of the outcome of the case or whatnot, family relationship, personal connection. We already kind of read through the grounds. So essentially, you're going to want to send this to the judge, the prosecutor, and I would also send it to the district attorney. And I would CC them all so they can all see that you sent them to all the same parties. Everybody's on the same page. Here they're saying 20 days before your trial, but not less than 3. What happens if the judge declines to recuse themselves. So you've informed them and they're just like, yeah, nah, we're good. So here they're basically saying, well, contact their office, for assistance. But if you get it to the um, judge, I would send one to the clerk, one to the prosecutor, one to the district attorney. And then I would also find out who's the chief judge of the county. And I'd put him on the list as well and make sure everybody has that information. All right. So there are two types, voluntary and involuntary. They do it themselves or somebody above them forces them out and down. Now, you only want to use what we're describing here in the methods of recusal if you have grounds for it. Don't send in BS. Don't try to fake the funk, okay? You will get into trouble, all right? It will come down on you even harder, okay? So let's see here. See if there's anything we missed. So you're saying if you object to the fairness of the judge, okay, so the judge cannot be forced to recuse himself, but somebody above him can. When should a judge recuse himself? When the judge is interested in the subject matter or has a relationship. Personal, yeah, we talked about this. When there is ex parte communication with the parties or the lawyers. Okay. Basically, it's the same jazz around the world. So that's it. Not a very long video, guys, but just one so that you guys understand that fill out your F if you feel that he is, and you do have some information you can use to back it up. Even if you find him online and he's like, "Oh, I don't like those gray aliens," and you happen to be a gray alien. Even though I think there would be a jurisdictional thing there, but okay, but maybe you pledge to be on Earth as a 14th Amendment U.S. citizen. So if that's the case, and you find him online talking about gray aliens, you got him. Okay. But once again, doesn't mean you're going to get away from having a judge at all because they're going to just replace him. But if you truly feel that this person is biased and you can prove it, you know them personally or anything of the such, and you think it's going to result in you not getting a fair trial because of your friendship or affiliation, um, you know, you know, if you can prove that anything, let's say like their faith is completely against like your people, your kind, your orientation or whatever else, and that's known, use it. If you can find it online where he's talking about that, use it. Okay. So if you have, and if your lawyer is even like, hey, yeah, this guy is known for being hard on everybody, or he's got a reputation. Well, you might have to go and pull his disciplinary record. You might have to do an inquiry there. You might have to look at his past cases and put together that he has a history of being harder on people of color or of non-color, and put that together and submit it as evidence, as an affidavit, and get it notarized and submit it. So yeah, this guy, look, he goes way harder on gray aliens than he does on blue ones. And they're going to look at the evidence, and if they can see what you see, they're going to remove them. Now, unless you really need to do that, you're probably not going to need to do that in general because, you know, well, they're supposed to be impartial. Um, but there's some stuff in the seminars that we're going to talk about with that too, because there are some things you can use that most of these other places aren't going to tell you. Why? Because most of those were put together by law firms, and law firms are still under the bar. Okay. And so we knew that we're usually not going to get a fair deal or shake from bar members. Even if they are your friends, they still took an oath to the bar first. So we do cover some things, some tips, tricks, and techniques that we've learned along the way from certain individuals. So we will be bringing that to you guys. Otherwise, guys, that is it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Have a great night. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, subscribe on the way out. And I will talk to you guys later, or talk at you. How about that? Because I don't hear you guys. You guys can hear me. So, but thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the people who, hit the bell, like, and subscribe. Thank you to the guys who share the videos. All the people out there, yeah, you guys who are forming groups and learning on your own or using my information. Thank you to all the people who send out shout outs. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. If you want the knowledge, get it. Vet the information no matter where you guys get it from, but also don't let people out there take advantage of you. Okay. Be smart about what and who you're spending your money with, and kind of feel the person out. Look at their videos, look how they move. Are they not using their real name? You don't even know this person's real name. You can't even see what they look like. They're, hiding themselves, charging way too much. They're aggressive towards you and people. Those are always going to be like bad signs for me. Anybody who's willing to stand on this information and who they are, you shouldn't have to hide. We're not teenagers needing to hide in an alley or something like that, trying to like rob and mug old ladies or something. So I'm just saying, like, if you know what you're doing, you shouldn't be hiding. You should be able to be straightforward, and you should be focusing in on the work. That's one thing about professionalism, is that a professional isn't over here crying about what other people are doing. They're focusing on their work. They're not trying to bring other people down or, tarnish somebody else, mudslinging and whatever else. That's a sign of low IQ and desperation. So make sure that you guys stay away from scam artists and people who are going to, get you in trouble. So be very careful in whose information and you're using, and where you're sending money. Um, because there are people out there who've actually even pretended to be me in some of these chat groups and whatever else and profiles. It's not me. I'm never going to ask you guys for money. Black Site 32, that's the only place where you can do like the donations and buy the materials and services if you choose to. It's all optional. I don't force anybody to buy my materials, although I will say I've got some of the lowest prices and the highest quality materials that apparently other people out there have to watch themselves and use. So, and if you do watch and you do throw a shout out, hey, blessings right back to you. And if not, it is what it is. Go do your thing. Everybody's entitled. But what we're trying to do here is build a positive network amongst positive individuals who are working for we the people, not I myself. So with that being said, take care of yourselves, guys. Stay wise, woke, and aware out there. Be careful and enjoy your life. Don't forget to laugh at the small things, funny things. Even if you make yourself laugh in the privacy of your own home, that's a little weird, which means you're probably like me. So all right, take care, guys, and get your education. Stay out of trouble. Always operate as a non-belligerent, non-combatant. Till next time, Badwolf is out for now. Peace.